Hi everybody, welcome to today's video. My name is Sandra if you have not been here before. Today we are talking about my February goals. So now the day that I'm filming this video, it's actually super early in January, and the only reason I feel comfortable filming this right now is because I have a clear-cut idea of what I can get done for January and what I cannot. And so the things that I've set for myself for my quarter 1 goals, technically I am following the 12-week year goal setting system. And you know what, I've kind of made it my own as well. It's a little more complicated than that because I've taken my goals. I might have 25 goals, and then I break them up by season. So for instance, one of my goals this year is to go camping and take a holiday, but we won't have the money or the time for that until July or August. So not only do we need to save up, which is one of my savings goals for that, but we can only do that in July or August. So therefore it falls in that quarter. Whereas something like setting up my future board would fall in the first quarter, namely in January, which is my focus for January. That's one of my focuses. So the first quarter, I was also focusing on, for instance, setting up new intros for my YouTube channels. So because I didn't get to it in January, that will be my new focus for February. So basically, instead of taking one goal and giving myself the entire 12 months of the year to work on it, I take that 12 months and say, okay, I need to get that one goal done in January. And so because you're basically shortening the time frame of your goals, you get it done. There's more chance. It's more likely that you'll get it done. And so this system doesn't work for everybody, but I know myself, and I have been goal setting for the past, this is my 3rd year officially goal setting. So I guess officially buying the Cultivate What Matters goal planner. And then, so of course I just read the book, the 12-week year. So I'm incorporating all of these tidbits that I pick up. And what I do is I don't always use a system like cut and dry. I will always take what I like about it, and then I'll kind of combine it into what I already like from something else. So for instance, I love the Cultivate What Matters Powersheets, but I also am a goal getter, and I don't like limiting myself to 5 or 8 goals. I have like 25 goals. I've got tons of goals. So working with the 12-week year seems to be the best way to manifest those goals and to basically work my butt off for the next, 12 weeks. So in saying all that, we're going to set up February, and I don't have a whole lot of appointments or anything going on in February other than my goal work itself. And if you guys saw my first goal prep video, I have kind of showed you how I plan out my goals in my passion planner. So when I bought this planner, I didn't know that I wasn't going to be using it for an actual planner. So, and I didn't want to give it away because I love it so much. I love the soft cover of it. And it has come in so useful for actually helping me just basically give me more space to plan out an action plan for what I want to get done and just to clarify things for myself. And now some of you might say, well, isn't that going overboard? But you guys, I have got so much stuff done in January. I actually don't waste that much time planning. I know there have been times in the past that I have, and you know how it's like the example where you need to clean your room, and then before your room gets clean, you basically you take everything out, and it just looks like this huge mess, and so you've created a huge mess rather than clean your room. That's kind of what you do. Like, you have to break down the necessary components, and it gets messy before it gets better. And so I've basically spent like the last half of 2021 figuring out exactly what I wanted for this upcoming year. And depending on how this year goes at the entirety of it, like the end of the year, then I'll kind of start setting my goals for 2023. And it's basically a constant work in progress. I'm always reevaluating where I'm at. I'm always looking ahead to the future and saying, okay, if I get this done by this date, what can I do next? It's going to make me a better person, or make me learn more, or make me healthier, or set myself up for better financial success, that kind of stuff. And like, a lot of thought goes into this. So it's not just like I'm gonna lose weight this year. That's not what I do. I think about the things that are going to add value long term, but also be easy to accomplish short term. And it's a huge thought process for me. And just kind of like using all of the systems I've incorporated, I feel like I've already been very successful. I'll tell you guys the date of filming. We're actually at January 8th, and I've got almost all of my quarter one goals done. Um, and basically, and this is probably coming out of December, so I was super busy December. I was filming every day, sometimes 3 times a day. And Christmas is already busy, December's busy, you're getting together with family, doing outings, like just stuff, right? And so January, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got nothing to do. So I've already organized all of my spaces. Of course, that's always ongoing. There's always something more to do, but um, the things that I've set for myself, I've already gone above and beyond. And I'm if I continue at this rate, things are going to just be easy for me for the rest of the year. Um, and but that's for me saying, like, I have to explain to you guys, so it's not just cut and dry. Like, you can't just write things down and expect it to go that way for yourself as well. You don't understand how much work I have put into setting myself up to be organized, to know what to do, um, basically planning out each and every step of everything that I need to do in order for it to go that smoothly. And it was a lot of work, and I started probably in June of 2021, kind of journaling about it and figuring out exactly what I wanted for my life. So it's not easy. I'm going to tell you that right now. I do have blogs on my website if you guys want to take a look. My website is down below. It's at www.sandradahl.ca, and I suggest that you go take a look. I think I've got 3 or 4 blogs now on goal setting, and planning and goal setting are very, very closely intertwined. And in my opinion, you can't have one without the other, because you need to plan for goals and you need to have goals to plan. So, that's just me. But anyway, so I'm going to write down a few things on the prepare page here. And honestly, there's not a whole lot going on in February. I'll write down the stuff on the calendar. So mostly that's just like my husband's days off of work and our paydays, stuff like that. My son's birthday is in February, and then we'll get into the tending list. So let's get started.
Inside your bedroom, we stopped counting the days, lost in the rhythm. Physical silence, no need to speak a word, lay here beside me. Don't wanna move too fast, your lips on the...
All right. So for the most part, generally, like when I do my goals, I already have set things that I write on my brainstorming list. So the things that I have to do every month, and technically I know them, but if I don't write them down, I do tend to forget. And so I like to have them on my tending list still. It's going to be very similar to what it was last month. If you guys remember that, I will link the video so you guys can follow along. I'm just going to go there now, and I'll show you guys what my tending list looks like. So this is where we're sitting right now. Future board will be done by the end of the month, as well as my biz templating. Those things are going to be taken care of in January. And the filing cabinet is done. So of course, everything else is going to be the same, just carried over. Instead of January and February stuff, it's going to be February and March stuff. So we'll carry those things over, and then I'll focus on my intro and outros for both my YouTube channels, and as well as my sticker. So that's one thing I actually want to focus on in February, and maybe try to design, instead of just working on like 2 designs a week or 1 design a week, try to do like 3 maybe. Like, we'll see how challenging that is. And then an important thing to do in February is also collect all of our tax slips, because the deadline for companies to send them out is February 28th. And then we do our taxes the very beginning of March. So that will be like a March goal. And when I do my taxes, I don't wait around. I don't wait till April like some people. I get them done now. And my taxes, I've never had an accountant, and I don't think I ever will unless my business gets to be just too much to handle. But I have been doing my own taxes since I had my first job, I guess 17, 18. And I've also done my parents, I've done my siblings, I've done my exes, my husband, like everybody. So I'm very well versed in tax law. I read the tax laws every year. I know it makes me a little bit of a nerd, but that's kind of where one of my interests lie. Like, if I hadn't gone to school for what I did, or maybe I would have gone back to school if I hadn't had my kids, I probably would have tried to get in to be a tax lawyer. I know it's like the most boring thing ever, but I love tax law. Don't anyway, so I like doing taxes, and as long as I could remember, before digital taxes kind of came into play, and like all the services that you can use nowadays, I used to love writing it by hand. So I know those tax slips in and out. And that's one thing I always say, like, there is one class in high school where they teach you how to do tax slips, but you only do like one. And it's not even like the metric courses. So I really think that everybody should learn how to do that. It's probably an important life goal. But yeah, that's again, that's just me. So I'll be collecting our tax slips. I've already filed like everything in my filing cabinet from last year. It's prepped and ready to go for 2022. So all I do is I pop whatever slip that we get in the mail, I pop it in my folder, and then I have a checklist of all of the slips that we're expecting that year. And everything is really super simple. And of course, I do have all of my receipts for my business expenses. And yeah, it pays to be organized, you guys. I've actually written a blog. I think it was an older blog. I'll see if I can link it down below, but it's on how to keep a filing system. So whether you keep a digital system or whether you keep an actual filing, like an actual file container, like I do, you can use a banker's box. You don't have to have a metal filing cabinet. I do have a metal filing cabinet though, and it comes in so handy. It's right beside my desk, and I keep all of my important information in there, and it's so great. So anyway, I'm excited for Valentine's. I put that on here because I'll tell you guys a little secret. We never celebrate Valentine's. I never make it a priority. I never do anything fun for it. And this time I want to do something special. I want to at least, like, actually, my husband's mom, so my mother-in-law, she gave us a gift card for the keg for Christmas. So maybe I was thinking of using it for date night because karaoke is done right now. The government has closed everything down again, but maybe we'll use that gift card for date night for Valentine's. We'll see. But even if we don't, I still want to do something special for Valentine's. And tax time, my son's birthday is the end of the month. So I'm not sure whether to plan something just at the house. I think that might be safest. And then if we do something at the house, I can do goodie bags. I can have an ice cream cake because that's his favorite thing is ice cream cake. And if I do something like if I go to one of those indoor playgrounds, it's very germy. And also I don't think you can have ice cream cake there. So I might do that. And then I'm also looking forward to warmer days ahead. Probably, oh God, I always say this. March, I love March because it's my birthday month. It's the first day of spring, and I'm looking forward to like the warmer days ahead. So between March, April, and May, I love those months. Pretty much March, April, May, June, July, August. I love all of it. It's my favorite time of the year. So those 6 months, love it so much. And yeah, so on my mind, so just savings goal. So every week I've been doing the Budget Mom Savings Challenge. It's like saving an increment of an extra dollar every week. So the first week was $1, second week is $2, and so forth. And I'm saving that for myself, my husband, my son, and my daughter. So also on my mind, paying debt. So that's like one of our first priorities when it comes to money. Shadow work. I've been doing really well, you guys. It is very painful because I feel like as I'm going through the memories and the experiences and the questions, I feel like I'm reliving every single aspect of the traumatic experiences when I was young. And it's heartbreaking for me because I've had a lot of things in my life that I've gone through that have left me with a huge amount of guilt, um, and huge amount of pain. And I also have a blog coming out on January 17th. I think it's January 17th. So if you guys want to check that out, it will already be up. I'll try to leave that down below too. I'll leave the link. It's called Trauma and like the triggers that kind of get me there. It's very personal. So it's very personal to me. It's not like an in general situation. It's like my personal traumatic experiences from when I was young. And the reason I wrote it wasn't to get condolences or people to like comment on it. It was more, I feel like the more I share things like that with my audience, I feel like it will help me more. And then if you do have any positive feedback, because again, negative feedback in situations that are already traumatic are not helpful. Um, but positive feedback or just confirmation that, the feelings are valid, just stuff like that. And like, I guess I don't really need that because it's a personal thing. I'm working through it on my own. But anyway, it's very, very painful. And I didn't think it would be that bad, but it's pretty bad. Okay, so now I'm jumping to the calendar. So we're going to quickly fill this out. I'm going to try to be accurate in my husband's days home, and we'll go from there.
Sipping on your love, sipping on your love. I never dare to ask if we're gonna last. I'm needing all your love, needing all your love. Oh, when you, oh my God, you know you're playing your cards so right. Oh, I was looking for hearts, just in the dirty clubs and diamonds. Make me, oh my God, oh, but we'll hold our faces straight. Oh, I was looking for hearts, I was looking for hearts. Your blood is pumping, I feel it in your veins.
Okay, guys, so here's the calendar, and I didn't think I had this much stuff to actually go on here, but you know what? It's doing pretty good. So now this is where I would come into my February calendar and just kind of compare. I'll write the same things on here that I would in here, but I'm just going to show you what I did here for January. So first of all, my February goal, the challenge, I guess, is to finish 4 books. So normally my goal is to read 3 books. And January, I'm still working on Outlander, the social media marketing book, and another like spiritual book. And so I'm going to see how far I get done on those 3 books. I'm hoping I finish them all, and then I'll be on to completely new books for February. So that's my like additional challenge. And then kind of how I plan out, let's just see here. So for January, I can't talk, for January, I put the things I wanted to take care of down here. And then I put the monthly challenge and other things I wanted to do for cleaning. So basically it's just writing out my goals. So I'll put date night, which is our goal for family, like one of our goals for family. We're also doing a family dinner, which is already on my power sheets. Asana was just templating. So then here I might focus on Sunday on creating my intros. And then I put goals because these are like weekly goals. I've got spiritual weekly goals. I've got my budget stuff to do. You'll see on the tending list where the differences are between the monthly, the weekly, and the daily. And yeah, so that's basically it. So then once I'm done, I just simply cross off the stuff. I do have Canva intros on here, but again, I wasn't sure how long everything else would take me, but it's a quarter one or the first 12-week goal. So as long as I get that done in February or March, we're still good. All right, so that's how I plan out there. So now I'm going to go to the brainstorming. So I'm going to write down all of my ideas, and then only a few of them are going to make it to here, and then we're just going to go as we need to. So let's start with the monthly brainstorm. So I just want to say a few words here before I started on the actual attending list. The weekly ideas are exactly the same. The only thing I decided to leave out was the watching videos on the live sponsorships and intros for vids. I already kind of know what I want for my intros. As far as sponsorships and lives, if I can fit that in, I'm going to try to do it on my own time. I'm not going to plan for it. Because I never got a chance to do any of that in January so far. I still could potentially be able to. There's so many other things I've been doing that are on my plate right now that I haven't planned for that. I probably should be watching videos because I want to start doing those things probably the second quarter. So yeah, so I wonder if I should still maybe put it in. I just realized I've only got 2, 4, 6 spots for the weekly ideas. So, and then there's 2, 4, 6, 7 for the daily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we're already kind of running short on room here. But yeah, I'm probably gonna have to make like an extra couple of spots here. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 4, 5, 6, and we've only got room for 6. So yeah, I might have to just kind of add that here. But other than that, I think we're good to go. And one thing I wanted to point out here is that for my filling in of my progress this month, I'm just going to use one pen. So this is a Zig Memory System brushable marker. It's by Hirataki, and it has 2 colors. So it's got a darker color on one end, a lighter color on the other. And I figured it's a little bit easier to stash in my bag because I'm only keeping track of one pen, and I've got bonus 2 colors in one, and then I'm not like, taking up more room in my pen bag. So I'm going to use this marker, and then we'll just kind of like switch every bar that I fill in. And yeah, I'll probably write everything out in black still, but I'm going to try to write it neater. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, you guys, so that is it. We're all done. just talking about this stuff, most of it's stuff I already discussed here. So basically, my son's birthday party, as I progress, so I'll send out invitations. Like, first, we'll decide what day it's going to be on for sure. We'll send out invitations. Then I'll go and pick out like the little giveaway bags and stuff. And then, like, the day before, I'll get his balloons and his ice cream cake. So, all of that stuff, I'll probably do like a planning in my Franklin planner. I'll probably do like a planning page for that. But as I go, I'm just going to cross off a little bit more until we, get to the day of. And then the reading challenge, I put 4 spots for 4 books. The rest of it's pretty straightforward. Same with the tax slips. Until we get to the end of February, I'll just kind of cross off a little bit more. Or maybe once we get there, I'll just cross off the entire thing. Same with Canva intros and outros. And then the family time and date night. So date night, we're just going to have 2 date nights. So looking back here will be the first week and the 4th week. So I guess what we'll do is just cross off these areas here for the date night. I should have done it on the bottom, but that's fine. Okay. And then for family time, so we're going to have a family dinner. I think it's the last week will be dinner. And then we'll be swimming the days that my husband is home. So like here and here. And then these 2 times when my husband is gone, I guess these 2 weeks, I'll just watch a movie with my kids or a movie with my son if my daughter's in bed. So that's for that. For the week shadow work, I want to just do 2 entries at least every week. So that's why I wanted to put it on the weekly. Clean and organize. I did decide to put those together just so I didn't have to make an extra one for myself. Cleaning is our weekly cleaning stuff. So the sheets, the floors. I don't usually do laundry every day because we don't have enough to do every day. It ends up being every 3rd day. So I'll do like mine and my son's together because I use 2 different types of laundry detergent. They're both Woolite, but one's for baby stuff and then one's for normal clothes. So I'll do my son's and mine together, and then I'll do my daughter's separate. So I usually do mine, and then there'll be a day off, and then I'll do my daughter's, and then there'll be a day off. So it's like every, 2nd or 3rd day rotating like that. Pretty much only when I need to, I guess, is when I do the laundry. But yeah, so then the organized tasks will be like the larger items. Like the next big thing on my list to do is like my makeup counter, and that is gonna be really, really, really hard. Not so much hard, just like more time consuming and very detailed because I've got a whole bunch of acrylic drawers stacked like 3 or 4 high, and it's taller than me when I stand. So um like up from my counter anyway, I guess. And it's just a lot of detailed work because the drawers are pretty small and you have to clean them and you have to dry them with paper towel. It takes hours. And at the same time, I'm going to go through all my makeup and see what I can get rid of, what I can give away, that kind of thing. And then Commonplace book is pretty straightforward. So Tarot Oracle and Meg. So what Meg is, it's my short condensed version of manifest, affirmations, and gratitude. And so I put all those together again for lack of space, but I want to do the Tarot Oracle and this every week, at least once a week. So normally before I would interchange Tarot and Oracle as long as I did one, but I'm trying to do both in one week now. Budget, of course, because we have our weekly budgets. And sticker design, here you'll see that I put 2 to 3 sticker designs per week. And then, of course, at the very end, we have our daily action items. So these are mostly my habits, right? That's kind of how you break down like the things that are not more difficult, but the things that you want to maintain all the time. That's why they're called maintenance habits. Water, trying to drink my 4 bottles every single day. My night routine, I want to start implementing that. So I wrote it out so it would be beside me and I can take this with me throughout the house when I'm trying to do my night routine. So I figured when it's a day when I have to get up at 5, if I can start at about 9 o'clock, depends when I get my son to sleep though. So I want to plan for the next day, journal with a tea and my candle, have a shower on the nights I have a shower, and then fill my water bottles, roll back my bed, set my alarm, take my medication, put lip gloss and lotion on, read for 20 minutes, and then sleep by 11. So that's my night routine that I want to follow. Expenses. So I always track this every day. And you guys, if you're watching this, the following video, I'm actually going to have this. What day is that? I'm going to take a look here. So this won't even be for February. It'll be in January. So the next budget in January is after the 8th of the day of filming this. I need to go to the calendar. So the next budget is on the 13th. So January 13th, if you want to check out that budget, I'm going to show what I've done at the back. So I'm going to ask my subscribers basically, for those of you who love the budgeting stuff, whether you want to see me do a budget closeout. So when I do my January budget closeout, I might film that. And then like if you guys really, if there's an overwhelming response and you want to see it, I find it very challenging, and I probably don't do it accurately. I probably don't do it right. There's probably things I do that you might not do. But anyway, in this next upcoming budget video, I'm going to ask my subscribers whether you guys want to see that. And I'm also going to show kind of how I write out my expenses. Like there's a certain thing that I started doing that helps me track when I'm doing my closeout, because the very first time I ever did the closeout, I was hunting the information down like on my on my phone, like to try to find where I had spent stuff. So now I write everything down. Absolutely everything that comes out of my account and goes into my account, like everything. So it's a bit detailed, you guys, like it's crazy and it takes forever. So I track expenses almost every single day. And then journal, I want to track that. My reading, because of course it is the reading challenge this month. Meditate, and the 10-minute tidy or clean. So I'm kind of incorporating like the clean mama routine into what I already do, but I do a 10-minute tidy. It literally takes me, and I do this multiple times a day actually, even though I don't write it down. My daughter is a destroyer of toys. Well, not destroyer of toys. She's a destroyer of clean households. Okay. We're going to call her that because I can literally pick something up on one side of my house, like say in the living room down in the front entryway. I'll pick it up and then I'll turn my back for like 5 seconds and then she's got something else destroyed. So I have been like, I let her do whatever because I'm not going to say, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that, because she has to live too, right? Like she has to live in our house and be comfortable. So I let her destroy whatever. And then I just pick it up when she's no longer playing with it. But like, let's just say I'm getting my exercise for sure. Like it's a lot of exercise. And I've been doing that like multiple times throughout the day, and it just helps me feel better. And I always make sure to do a 10-minute tidy before I go to bed, because if I wake up and the house is a disaster the next morning, I'm just not in the right mindset. So I do that. And cleaning on there is also like daily cleaning. So I clean my sinks, I clean my sinks, I clean my counters. I try to declutter from the counter, like the areas that are already decluttered that I've done my organization part of things. I try to declutter anything additional that has kind of popped on there, because when you have a family of 4 or more living in the same house, things just get put places, right? Like even my desk, I've just decluttered it and it's already disgusting again. So I don't know how to maintain that without obviously doing it every day. But when it gets to just be you every day and other people are making the mess, it's really frustrating. So it's something that I'm not even frustrated anymore. I just do it. I don't care, because it only takes like 5-10 minutes. So I just don't even bother talking about it. I just clean up. And what else do? I do sweep the floors every day, because you guys, I've got 2 kids and I've got 2 dogs and I've got a husband. I'm not going to say anything else, but like there's mud tracked in. I don't have carpets in my entryways. I should, but I don't, because my one dog decides that he likes to pee inside when it's cold out. So I can't have carpets, but it's almost easier to not have carpets because people track in the mud and then I just go get the cleaning stuff and wipe it up. But yeah, I am sweeping every single day, and If I had one of those, what are the Dyson vacuums, I'd probably be vacuuming every single day, but I don't. I make do with a broom and a dustpan. So anyway, I don't want to bore you guys to tears. That is it for my goals for February. And my encouraging words are just keep moving forward, because that's what you do when you have goals. You keep pushing, you just keep going. And but at the same time, like, you will notice on here that I don't have any kind of self-care stuff. Like, I haven't got my nails done, which is fine, because right now we can't afford it and it's a waste of money right now for me. Like, so I know some people prioritize that, and that's completely cool. Like, that's you do you, right? um but for me, I work with my hands too much. I find it hard to type when I have nails anyway. So I haven't been doing that. Sometimes I'll just like have a hot shower. If my husband's home, I'll have a bath, which is more rare because it takes more water and it's more time consuming. But sometimes, like, I've actually been getting HelloFresh meals, and when I cook my meals, sometimes I'll have like a little bit of wine, and that helps to relax me a bit. I enjoy cooking, although my feet hurt after I've been sitting on my feet forever. But yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking of self-care stuff, but I don't really put it on here. I guess the biggest self-care thing for me is like the journaling and the reading. Even if I have like 20 minutes to relax at the end of the day and read my book and put my feet up, that's good enough for me. But um so I guess the bigger point I'm trying to make is that don't push yourself too hard. If you are trying to do like the 12-week system and you're trying to push, don't burn yourself out, because burnout is a thing. You don't want to get to like March and then be like, no, I'm not doing anything else. You want to slow and steady, right? So keep on going, but also take time throughout the day to take your breaks, to get a snack, take a break from reading on your screens. Limit how much screen time you have. Like, just take care of yourself in those aspects, because even if you sing and dance or do some kind of weird dance in your living room just to like get out of the work mode for a few minutes, um, the Pomodoro method works really well, where you work straight for 25 minutes and then you have a 5-minute break, or maybe you have a power hour where you work straight for an hour and then you have a break. Whatever it is, always make sure you take your breaks. Make sure you drink water, because when you're dehydrated, that is like the surefire way of making you feel sluggish and tired. So make sure you're getting your water, you guys. Okay, that's it for me. I'm done talking, I promise. We will see you guys next time. If you have any comments for me, make sure to leave them down below. And any tips, anything that you guys have, feed it to me. Like, I'm all ears. And if this video was inspiring to you and you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe and click on the bell button, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.